Judgment is an easy trap for you to fall into. And the dangerous part all begins with comparison. Jesus said, "Don't judge." Good morning and welcome to 755 Live. For about 5 minutes, you'll hear all about easy to remember soundbite versions of what Jesus said. And the point is to help you experience life to the fullest, the Jesus way. Today's Jesus Said comes from Matthew 7, 1 through 3, and you can find a different command of Jesus every weekday at our Bible plan at bible.today.church. But we're going to be reading through verse 5 today for a little bit more context, and reading from the NET translation, Matthew 7, where Jesus said, "Do not judge, so that you will not be judged. For by the standard you judge, you will be judged, and the measure you use will be the measure you receive. Why do you see the speck in your brother's eye, but fail to see the beam of wood in your own? Or how can you say to your brother, 'Let me remove the speck from your eye,' when there is a beam in your own? You hypocrite, first remove the beam from your own eye, and then you can see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye." As I think about this, something kind of actually strange comes to mind. You may not remember, but long ago there was this movie character and TV show character named Pee Wee Herman, and I can't even say his name with a straight face, but he would say this: "I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I?" And comparison is really, really deadly. We kind of take it lightly, like a joke. But when we compare our righteousness to someone else, it is a very, very dangerous territory to be in. A comparison is deadly. Jesus said that the world would know that we are his disciples by our love one for another. But in reality, many times that's more like our loathe one for another. We loathe each other. And it goes back to the principle that Jesus taught in Luke 18, where there was this Pharisee, very religious person, who was praying, and he thanked God that he wasn't like that sinner over there, that tax collector. And the one who was the sinner, he wouldn't even raise his head to God, and he beat his chest and said, "Lord, have mercy on me." And Jesus said that was the one that was justified, not the one who thought they were righteous. And especially among believers, who are we to accuse and point fingers at one another? In Romans 14:4, Paul says, "Who are you to pass judgment on another's servant? Before his own master he stands or falls, and he will stand, for the Lord is able to make him stand." You see, the truth is that you aren't the referee in the kingdom of God. The kingdom of God is where all of its members are equal. We have different roles, different talents, different gifts, but we are all important to the kingdom. And none of us are the referee. That's God's job. Now, on a football team, the water boy is just as important as the head coach. And we have living water of abundant life. And how we accomplish that in our daily lives is by overcoming evil with good. In 1 Corinthians 10:24, Paul reminds us, "Do not seek your own good, but the good of the other person." Judgment isn't helpful. It's not good for the other person. It's hurtful. And it's no compromise of my faith or my standards to love someone who doesn't have that same faith or those same standards. Judgment and mercy don't mix. And it's not that we compromise the truth or compromise the standards for us, but we have to understand that the measure that we use, the way that we judge others, is the way that we will be judged. In James 2, he tells us that judgment is merciless for the one who has shown no mercy, but mercy triumphs over judgment. Are you merciful or are you judgmental? Jesus said, "Don't judge. How can you put that into action today? Thank you so much for listening. If this is meaningful to you, it really does mean a lot when you like it, when you share it, when you comment. I really appreciate you. I hope that you have an amazing day. And I hope this time together has helped you live life to the fullest, the Jesus way. And remember, follow Jesus today. Love first.